Welcome to ModdedMood and the very first episode of our brand new adventure in Valhelsia 5. This pack is bigger, bolder, and filled with way more magic, tech, and exploration than previously. In this series, we'll find strange structures, dungeons, and carve out a home for ourselves in this world packed with possibilities. So sit down and get comfortable as we begin our journey together into Valhelsia 5. Welcome back to ModdedMood. So you can see we are somewhere different. We have transported ourselves into a new world here, and this is actually a new mod pack called Valhelsia 5. And the reason I chose this, there's a couple reasons. I did see the comments regarding the Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles mod that we were thinking about, and I am interested in that for sure, but I'm not confident that my system can run it properly with like recording and everything. So the reason I chose this was for a couple reasons. One was that this mod pack also consists of mine colonies. So if we want to, we can actually start a whole new colony if we want to go that route. This one is a little bit more mod heavy than our previous, so we're going to have, a bit more options as far as what we can do. So that part's nice. And I was just generally interested in this mod pack. Another thing to note that the shaders in this look really, really, really nice. I mean, check that out. Looks gorgeous. Another reason that we chose this mod pack while we get this initial tree chopped down here is that replay mod actually works with this. So I'll be able to do some cinematic shots, maybe up my quality a bit more, which will be very nice. And this is not a beta mod pack like Life in the Village 4 was. So hopefully that means that this is going to be a bit more stable for us and we won't lose all of our progress. That was pretty disappointing, not gonna lie, especially after putting all that time, and energy into everything. Just kind of sucks to not be able to do it anymore. That is okay. I will not let that defeat me here. In fact, I'm hoping that it's gonna reinvigorate me with a drive to make my videos even better, even more interesting. I definitely think that the replay mod is going to help with that. But we're just about done with this tree here, and we can kind of take a little bit of a deeper dive into this mod pack as a whole. We'll grab these last few pieces here. It is almost nighttime. Sun is setting here. We'll take a quick peek at the world around us. Oh, there's something. Is that like ocean over there? Yeah, and nighttime, it just looks so good. Yeah, I'm really excited about this pack, actually. Visuals are better, we can record cinematics, lots more mod options for us here, and we've got creepers incoming. So, I'm gonna dig a quick little hole here. We'll tuck ourselves in for the night and set out once morning arrives. So I was taking a look at the mini-map here, and we've got some very interesting world generation here. Looks like we spawned in some sort of like archipelago. I do see there's a structure down here. We might go and check that out. And I'm not sure what all this is. There's definitely some points of interest already. I'm gonna stay hiding here until the morning. While we were waiting, I did just dig out, some cobble. I got myself fitted with stone tools. We found a bit of coal down here, deep slate and ochrum. We did get ourselves a bit of resources here. I dug down just a little ways. Should be safe enough. Enderman, and not look at him. Coconut crab here. Hey guy. We are gonna set out here. We need to get ourselves a boat. Let's see. And one boat. Or is it like this? Is this not how you make a boat? Check out, oh, there's a turtle down there. Check out the reflections in this water. This looks incredible. So maybe we'll find ourselves a regular tree over here. There we go. Finish chopping down the tree here. Grab the saplings. There's our turtle. Let's take a peek here at our mini map. I think I'm just gonna sail around the general area here to see what we can find. And we will search for a good place to live. All right, we chopped a few of these trees down here just to get some different wood types. We are pretty close to whatever this is, so I think we check that out next. All right, we've come up on a couple houses here, so we'll hope that it's mean. They're angry. Oh god, we need our boat, and we died. Okay, well, I would really like to have our stuff back. Right, we got our stuff back. Dying was not fun. I was really hoping one of those houses was gonna have a bed in it, so I think we just need to continue on and look elsewhere. What's this? We have like a circular... Oh, is this a meteor? I think it is. Yeah, meteorite. So maybe we mark this on the map here. And there we go. Meteorite, so we know that's there for later. And we will continue exploring here. Our main goal, like I said, is going to be finding somewhere to live. I'll jump back in if we see anything interesting here, or once we find somewhere to call home.
Deep in the heart where the tall trees rise.
Whoa. That's a magic. That guy's got magic. He's shooting at me. Broke my boat. Ooh, what the heck? Don't like that. There's baby zombies. Oh gosh. Ooh, this is dangerous. Oh god. Ooh. Very dangerous place at night here. Very beautiful, but dangerous. Okay, we came across a village. Ooh, we can sleep. I hope. Okay, we definitely need to steal somebody's bed. Get out of there. We successfully slept. We stole one of their beds, and we came across a waystone. So we're definitely going to snag that. I'm going to loot the rest of this village, and we're going to continue on here. Check this out. Those are some crazy mountains. There's even a floating one up there. So we have made our way decently far from where we spawned. We spawned in right over here. I haven't found the perfect place yet, so the search will continue. Okay. I think we have found a pretty nice spot here. So we spawned in somewhere over here. And, you know, if we would have gone north first instead of south, but you can kind of see the path we took. We went down this way, kind of did a big circle around, ventured out a bit into the ocean, circled back in. But this is looking like a very nice spot. Everything's calm, nothing too dangerous. I'm going to plop down our crafting table. We'll hit our waystone. So we should be able to just teleport right here if we find any others. I'm going to work on taking out some of these trees behind me, flattening out the land a bit, and then we can think about kind of putting down the footprint for our house here. So I'm going to jump over into a time lapse. We can actually do those now. So I'm pretty excited for that. But we're going to jump on over into one of those. I'm going to take out all these trees and everything, and we'll kind of go from there. So here we go. All right, welcome back. Hope that time lapse was nice. There should be plenty more of those in this series here. But we have finished clearing out a nice little area here. Plenty of space for our house. I went ahead and dropped down a few torches to try and make the area a bit safer for us. I'm also working on, we just have a bunch of cobblestone in here, along with some of the logs that I cut down just to make sure we don't run out of coal. I think we need to start setting up something for our base. Before we do that, we do need we need more resources to kind of get things rolling. So, I mean, we have a lot of dirt and we have lots of different types of logs. So actually, I'm going to plant a few different types of trees here. I'm going to plop these down, maybe somewhere out of the way here. And this will hopefully give us several different types of wood that we can work with. Just kind of depending on what grows first. Now, I don't know if these need 4 or if they just need 1. So we'll see about that. Spruce, I'm going to plant kind of out of the way just because it's going to mess up the dirt. That'll give us a ton of spruce. We've got these redwoods. I also don't know if these need to be in 4s. But yeah, we're going to toss all these saplings down to give us some variety. And then we are also... I also want to go into the mine. That should do us. And honestly, this kind of seems like a natural spot for a mine. So I think we're going to start just right here. I think that's a pretty good start anyways. And if we can, I would like to keep this 3 wide going all the way down, but maybe we'll set this back 1 more block here. And then we will just start by doing the 1 wide down the center. But then we'll come back and we can widen things up. So I'm going to be at this for a little while, but I'll jump back in if I see interesting. Okay, so we were... Whoa, that was close. We were mining down here, and we found ourselves a little cavern here. And if my eyes don't deceive me, we've got some coal, mobs spawning in, whatever this ore is. We've got something weird there. Suppose I could just build across. Also, there's this mod that's really nice. So if you see my crosshairs here, the plus sign. But if I go 1 second, gotta deal with an unwelcome guest. Anyways, if you see my crosshairs, it's a plus sign right now. But if you look just past the edge of a block, you'll see that it gets like a parentheses around it. And if you right click, then you can just place a block on the other side there, which is super, super handy. So that way I'm not walking backwards and praying not to fall. Okay, we're digging through deep slate here, and we've come across a few different ores, like this. Whoop, get up here. Yep, like this uranium. We have osmium. There's been a lot of different things that I'm not sure about yet. There's like redstone up there, but I kept digging down and we found diamond. But we can't even get it because we found diamond before we got iron. So I'm just going to dig out around this and then we can come back for it. Well, there we have it. We'll definitely be coming back for this. All right, so we're back here. I chopped down all of our trees. I've been smelting things up and gathering a bunch of resources for our build here. What I am thinking for this is we are going to build a tower, kind of like a wizard tower-ish, but I'm also going to try and incorporate steampunky vibes or industrial feeling, like pipes coming out and wheels and cogs and copper and everything. For our first layer, we're actually going to build it in probably this section here, and then over here we'll have a mine. But for this section, we're going to start off with our darkest bricks here. Guess we'll start with the back. I'm going to kind of do the first layer kind of alongside you guys here, and then we can switch over into a time lapse for the rest of it. But we're going to start off with our deep slate bricks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, down, over, down, over, down. once we're finished up with this, what I'm thinking is that it's not going to be anything like crazy big, but it's going to have multiple floors inside. Anyways, once we get this built here, we are actually going to dive into our first mod of the game here, or mod pack, I suppose. We've seen some modded blocks already with, you know, the different tree types, and I mean that tree is huge. But we're actually gonna jump into one of the mod packs. I believe I'm gonna take a look, but I think I know which one I want to do, and that is getting power set up for ourselves. That'll be very interesting. But I'm gonna finish this off real quick here, and then we can switch over to a time lapse. All right, we are back from the time lapse here. Now, you saw that we worked on the tower. And as you can see behind me here, I went ahead and started putting up a bit of like a covering for our mine area here. As far as our base goes, I didn't quite finish the top. I ran out of copper. It takes so much copper to build all these stairs for a roof. I didn't quite finish all the detailing for the base here. I just kind of got the basic layout set down here. And then the inside is empty right now, but I didn't want to take up too much time. I did want to get set up on some mods before the end of the episode here. From what I know, we want to start with the heat generator here, which takes a few different things, but nothing too crazy. So what I'm thinking for the heat generator here is we're actually going to want maybe 5 of these. And I wanted to set them up kind of in a line here. So I might just go ahead and clear out this extra little hill. The main things we need for this are several of these heat generators. I'll show you what they look like here. So this is actually going to produce power for us, but we're going to stick them in the wall, put glass in front of them. So I believe we have to surround these. I mean, we could just put coal in here, but if we surround them on all sides with lava, then they'll just continuously produce power for us. I did a bunch of mining and running around in caves, and it is very dangerous in there. So I suited myself up with some of our iron. So I came back up and we looked at our map to see if we could find any lava lakes around that are just like nearby. And there was one over here, but we followed through here and it looks like there's one there, one over here. So I'm thinking it's just going to be easier if we just swim over there, or boat over there rather, to grab it. Okay, we made it back. We collected all the lava we're going to need. So we're going to go ahead and craft up a couple more of these heat generators. Heat generator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So we want these to, let's see, if lava's flowing around, I think we're going to want to dig out a hole here. And we'll want to put 1, and then 2, 3. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of this here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. That hill's out of the way. We have 2, 1 space, 3, space 4, and then 5. Just like that. I believe we need to take out our blocks behind each one of these. Now, before we put lava in here, we're going to make this look a little bit nicer. Now, I want to put this, we're going to put it right in front like that. And then if we start grabbing our lava buckets here, just like that, we can see that it's flowing around. So each one of these is going to take 2 buckets, one on top and one on the actual heat generator.
Deep in the heart where the tall trees rise, a secret realm beneath the skies. The moss it whispers the brook it holds.
And boom. Everything should be fireproof now. Got it surrounded in stone. Did have that tree catch on fire, but only for a moment. And this is looking pretty sweet. But the whole reason that we did this was, so now we can take a peek here and we can see on the top that it's generating power. It's producing 6.75 FE per tick. The main reason I started working towards this was because we can work towards ore doubling. Any ore we get, we can send it through like a machine setup with all this, and we can double the ore that we get out of it. This is where we are going to call it for today. We did quite a bit. We knocked out a huge chunk of our tower here, set up a mine, and we got started on ore doubling, on top of exploring our brand new world. So if you like this episode, please put a like on the video, and if you want to see more like this, go ahead and subscribe. But that's going to do it for now. Next time, we are going to work more on our power supply situation, see if we can get some machines up and running, and we'll polish off the tower. And we're also going to need to get some food set up here soon, because I'm running low on bread. But that's it for now. Thanks again so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.